Lori, I'd appreciate it.
Can you mute your stream?
No, I'm not going to mute my stream.
This is for your
just came
safety.
in our campsite.
Right.
Yeah, for my safety, I'm going to stay.
He's still on site.
Then
No.
you need to deal with that, or I'm going to make it a bigger
He's not
problem.
with us. He's not with us.
Yes, he is. We've seen him.
He is and what's happening and how I can deal with it.
I'm gonna go. Okay.
He's where? He's on foot, lurking around. Is he
Mag
drunk
just came,
or?
I don't know. Yeah,
Mag
he was
what?
earlier. Mag just came back on site and he's seen him at the front.
Is he driving or is he walking?
He
or
was
is got
driving
dropped
earlier.
off?
Earlier.
Is that his truck I keep hearing moving around, or?
Oh, that horn? That was me on
No,
accident.
like a diesel truck or something.
Yeah, we did hear the horn.
Yeah, that was me.
I did
Sorry,
hear the
I hit
horn.
the
Yeah.
key on accident. So earlier he came. He parked behind the bathrooms, and him and that Josh kid.
Yep, Josh Freeman.
Yep. So they got out, and for some reason they approached Santa and asked him if they can come down here. And Santa
I thought
said
Josh
no.
was for sure kicked out.
He was,
Uh-huh.
and so was Brill. Really.
So Santa told him no. They
Yeah,
couldn't
he
come
told
here?
them, do not come down here and mess with them. They came down here anyway, and then as soon as they got back to the bathroom, they got in their car and I thought they left, but we just got word that they're still down there, and they may have a weapon, so. Cool. We're with you guys, you know.
What are they driving?
What do you mean?
It's an Audi.
Just calm down, don't you?
I know, I'm just saying, like, I'm not.
A gun?
Jersey,
Like a
you know me. Have I ever gave you a problem?
This is
I don't
why I've
say
been
your
talking
name.
good about Buffalo
Exactly.
Bill,
Don't say
man.
your name.
Buffalo
Okay.
man.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm
Okay,
Jamie.
I
Nice
need-
to
I
meet
need
you.
to
Jamie. Okay, let me get my hand
I was
out.
in Hagerstown for a couple, you know, I don't know.
appreciate
Oh,
your
okay.
advice right now,
Yep.
but right now I want to deal with this right now and
I
not
wanna
stand
be here to
and
help you
chit-chat,
guys.
Okay?
Yeah.
So-
I need you to understand this is an emergency situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
I told you he was fucked up.
Yeah, I know. He
No,
is.
he was.
He's very
He was
intoxicated.
fucked up early. Yep.
Okay, so
I agree with you.
they're in an Audi.
It's an Audi, like a crossover SUV type
What
of
color
stuff.
is
You might
it
have to
his
ask.
car
I
or
think it was like a
Josh's car?
reddish color. No, it's his. He drove
so
it.
Rel is the driver.
And his wife came shortly after that, and she was like, "Do you guys know where Bunker Hill is?" Like messing around, but we think they're in cahoots, kind of.
His pregnant wife.
Yeah. And she pulled up a little bit after he left, and then Mag just said he came back from going to the store with his wife, and he said that they're out there.
Did he talk to them,
No.
or he just saw them and
Like,
kept
where are they
driving?
from, though?
Rel is from outside of DC.
Yeah,
right? Like
Rel's from around this
Alexandria.
area. Yeah,
So he can go home, right?
yeah, he owns
There's
a
no
towing
like, he
company.
doesn't need to stay at the campground or nothing.
No,
He
he's
doesn't-
not here with us
He
at all.
never does this type of stuff with them. He's just like some dude.
Yeah, he comes on
who
once
saw
in a
you
while.
DC,
Yeah, once in a
right?
while he'll come and he'll like hang out with his little kid and stuff.
But there was no like you guys just were like in the mall doing your thing, and he happened to just
Exactly.
be in DC, and you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
like there was no affiliation.
No, that's what I told
So
people
that's
in
what
my
I'm trying to
streets,
say.
and I'm like,
He
this
just,
guy
like-
has nothing to do with 1776.
So that's what I'm saying. For him, when I realized he was here, because I knew before he showed up, I was told that was very suspicious to me because he,
Yep.
you know, being in
It was
DC
weird, yeah.
and you know
Like,
there,
he
it's
should not
whatever.
even know where we're at.
That's
Nobody
what I'm
told him
saying.
unless he found it off one of our streams.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
And he only was looking for trouble.
Exactly.
And
But you
I
know
a
what? Let
drunk
me just
person
tell
that
you,
was
when you
beyond
got
drunk.
people like Oreo going around,
I
and-
have
don't
nothing
have
to
time
do
for
with
that
it.
right
I have
now.
nothing to do
We
with
need to
it.
deal with
I'm,
Ralph.
I'm Jamie.
yeah.
Okay, we need to deal with Rel
So,
and a possible firearm.
I come
and
up on the
being in or
weekends,
whatever under
and I
influence
live
that he's
stream,
going on, I need to deal with that.
and-
So I highly respect you.
Yeah,
I can't
not if
make
he
you
has a gun.
understand how
No,
much I
no, I
appreciate
do.
this because right
I
now I'm
don't.
trying to
Because he's still affiliated with you guys.
He's not, though.
He is, though.
He was never a part of us. He was
Really, then why was Santa telling him what to do?
because
okay,
he
Lori,
met
we're
us.
not going to
He,
argue about
like,
this. This is a little
Yeah.
He owns a
emergency
tow truck
situation
company.
I need to deal with. I'm going to walk the fuck away and handle it the fuck myself. I'm not here for the drama. So shut the fuck up.
They're lurking around right now.
That's what I'm
They are.
saying. That's why
They are.
right the fuck now, because I'm sure they're very much aware that they've been fucking outed.
So is he a threat to you as well?
He is a
Or-
threat. He
He's
has
a
a
threat
gun
to all
and he's
of us.
unhinged.
Like,
So
he was
came
not
here.
a part of us.
I got
He was somebody
So,
that came
right
up to
fucking
us and
now,
said, hey, we want
Laura,
to
right
talk to
fucking
you
now,
guys. And then he
fucking
came a few
locals.
times,
This is the situation.
but he's never actually stayed
I know.
or anything.
I don't want to stop my lives.
So
but, like,
we don't
I'm
know who
going
he
to
really
call
is.
He was never in, or well, if he was in Bunker Hill, it was
I
after
need-
we
do you have
arrived
a
at DC.
phone we're not using?
Nope.
Alright, and you know, I've been saying it from the jump.
I don't
alright?
even feel comfortable
I don't want you
standing
guys
in the
getting
light
set
right
up
now
for
like this.
bullshit Antifa stuff. Alright, and like it's the same
Dude,
thing.
you saw our style, bro. We don't touch nobody. We
Yeah,
don't do no shit. We
I
don't
don't
fuck
either.
with nothing. We don't do none of that.
I hate all
It's just-
whatever's going on. I hate
I
it
do
all.
too. I
love
do
you
too.
guys. Like,
Listen, I don't try not to keep. I keep
I
fucking
know
names
you.
out of my mouth because I care about people there.
I met
still.
you in Harrisburg,
You know?
remember?
Yeah, I know. I care about people still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all do, actually,
So,
believe it or
you know,
not.
I already made the offer, dude. Like, I have a target there, and that's it. Anybody else who gets in the way gets run the fuck over. You know, like I try to keep people's names out of my fucking mouth as much as I can. You know, like until it comes at me.
Dude, listen, I know you and I have had some
So-
trouble. I know you think that I'm really mean. I still don't dislike you. I don't hate you. I do feel bad for saying that shit about your dad. I still feel justified in it because I feel like I had a question for you and you didn't listen to me. But maybe I could have worded it better. I could have not said it that way. It was mean the way I said it, okay?
I hear you.
I don't dislike you, dude. And I like a lot of the people down there. But my thing is that I don't want to see anybody get hurt in here. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but it's gonna happen. The end goal. What is the end goal? Where does I want to know where David's seeing you guys see this going? Because you've seen the violence ramping up and ramping up, and
Park.
literally, and now it's come down to where we have somebody down here with a gun hunting us down. All of us, maybe.
Yeah, but where's the violence coming from?
Yeah, where is it? Where is the actual violence coming from?
Yeah, but why? Like last weekend I was up there, like
convoy, and even
crazy
the
people kept me up all night. Like,
Keeping you up is not
We've been
violent.
saying
know, but
that all this
Running
bad
people over
stuff
with
is gonna
scooters is
happen from
violent.
Antifa.
oh, who did that?
Yeah,
And you know, it's
Try
crazy
Oreo
because
tried to hit
the
us
worst
over. I
that
actually
has
saw
happened
Big
I
Joe.
wasn't here.
Big Joe hit somebody else, one of our people, with their scooter with the scooter. Big D almost got tased by the police and had to be tackled down by Golden Chariot because he was coming at us. He threatened us. It's all on video, dude.
I'm not
So
saying,
like 2 people from that group have been arrested for violence. None here have. Because we may use words and loud noises, but you all beep all over. I've been doing this shit as for the people's convoy, beeping and keeping people awake and slow rolling and all that shit. So bugging people is not violence. But when you actually threaten or hurt people, dude, that's the fucking violence.
It's 2:30 in the morning. You got the other campers.
Yeah, you're
Down
right.
a little bit.
But
I don't have nothing to do with it.
I know.
I don't know.
Well, you do if you're with this group.
I'm.
We're all involved in this, all of us.
I know.
Yeah.
And now we're all gonna pay. One of us.
Well, Joe went home.
Someone on one side, somebody's gonna get really seriously hurt, or injured, or killed.
Yeah.
That's where this is gonna end, and then 1776 will be over.
Like, 'cause
So either way,
we
I'm
noticed,
prepared
like, we got
to be that
knocked
person
down
that gets killed.
No, don't be.
No, I am prepared because I'm here to tell David it's over. He let a pedophile in the group, and then he doubled down on it, and he is ruining every
Yeah, but that
patriotic
same,
movement.
that same guy was in TPC. Why didn't nobody care then?
And you know what? I don't know if he got kicked out or he left, but I
He
heard about
eventually
it.
did.
I heard by the time I heard about
I've never
it.
seen him. Like,
I didn't either. I don't even know who. I've never.
No,
met
I've
the
never
guy.
seen him. Like, I know he was there. I've never shook his hand.
Me too. I never did either, dude.
I have a 15-year-old daughter. You think I'll let him around?
Oh, it is that late. You're right.
It's really late.
Yeah.
And there's kids.
Yeah, you're right.
You guys just gotta keep it down. You can talk. All right. So where's that? You got that thing still, Lori?
What thing?
That other thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe we'll pull that out for this one.
I've met you a lot. Remember,
I
I've
know.
seen you at Harrisburg. I met you at
I never said nothing about
Hagerstown.
you, dude. I try to keep your damn name out of my mouth, you know? Like,
Yeah, as soon as it was discovered, he was outed, and I heard about it, and I was glad that he
I
left.
got this one and those over there. So
Actually,
they'll let me know if anything.
Oreo Express thanked
Yeah, I pretty much
Antifa
built
for
the
giving
squad
us the
back here.
information about
Moved in, I'm like, well,
man
we're gonna have to
back in
talk to people,
TCP.
else.
He
Like,
was so
what the fuck's
glad
going on? Oh,
that
you
we'd
can't
gotten
do
rid of the
anything.
sex predator.
You know, like,
I don't know.
but dude, this is way deeper. This is deep. It goes deep. Though.
It's a spiritual battle.
Dude, no, it goes deeper.
No, it goes
than
deeper
that.
than
Like,
that.
It's the things that we're gonna come out with, bro. It's like it's not gonna look good at all. And like, and the
What
conversation.
you're about to say is about the movement.
No.
We're just gonna have to let that pan out.
I know. We won't agree, but I'm just, dude. If anyone needs to get home, we're offering to try to get money for them to get home. I'm gonna throw it out there, right now, so that way, if anything happens, you can tell them that the Suicide Squad will get you home. Like, we'll make it happen.
Noted, but I doubt we'll need that offer.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if it ever
I
did
hear-
happen,
noted.
I'm putting that offer out there.
Noted.
That's set in there. So, you know, Dustin, you know, man, you know me.
I'm not Dusty.
Yeah, I keep calling you Dusty too for some reason. I don't know why.
It's not just you guys.
I usually call you Golden Chariot, so like I just
I never met
fucking
you.
talking to me, so.
I'm Paul.
But dude, like,
Oh, I met
you know me.
Yeah, that's right. Last week,
Actually, he's coming out with his name.
It's all good.
He's actually coming out with his name now.
Paul.
There's someone walking around up and over here.
I told you.
Alright, let's go.
Hey, do we have any more specifics? Bill. Bill, somebody, one of you two, can you please talk to me? Excuse me. Is your name Bill?
You always have
Okay,
one.
is the gun like in a holster? Like, is this something that would be concealed? Like, he's out of the vehicle walking around? We just know that he has a gun.
We think you may.
Okay, but like,
We haven't seen it.
but
We
this is a
think.
pretty for you to come approach me. Is either you guys are really trying to like start
No, we're just trying to
problems,
protect
or
you.
you're
We're giving you
very
the heads
serious
up.
about this.
We're very
is what I'm
serious about
saying.
this.
Like, you guys, this isn't some
You remind me of me, like, that I'm like, sometimes I go get to
This is
something
very
and I'm
serious.
Well, why would we still be here?
That's what I'm saying.
We left like 2 hours ago.
These guys
hurt yourself.
right, but the rest of your group hates me. So for them
yeah.
to come down here with that information, you know, is
We're just looking
very
out.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for coming down and
It's
telling
very,
us.
very serious.
We don't want any
No, we
violence
don't want no
either.
violence.
Okay.
I should be sleeping. I woke up at 4 this morning to get here.
Oh, we're used to staying up late now.
I come from the Outer Banks every weekend. That's where I live. And, you know, I'd rather be there,
I
but...
don't know is he still in the same clothes? Like, didn't he
Yeah,
have, I
no,
can't
he-
remember.
Supposedly he's still in the same clothes.
What, do you guys remember what he was wearing? I know we have all the videos.
Yeah,
but
because
off
we
the
thought
top
he
of my
was
head.
just like, I thought he was just a drunk guy coming through and got in the
No,
wrong can.
listen, I need a description right now. Not
Yeah, okay, so what did he have on?
Where somebody get the video? Somebody tell me really quick what was going on. I don't have
video of him.
Buffalo Bill's phone.
Somebody has video of him.
Black and white. Wasn't it like stripes?
Somebody has some
Yeah,
video
I
somewhere
think it
of
was a
him.
straight shirt.
You've seen the location on the live. Yeah, I'm sure, but like, why is he missing? Okay,
Let's go. I'm gonna go over here. I am so glad I did not bring my dog or my rabbit to this shit show. So much for going camping in the woods, huh? Just start charging my- So we've got a crazy man with a gun running around the woods coming after us. Some guy that the people's 1776 picked up in DC and have allowed to come down here to their, you know what, you allow somebody in with you like that, don't say they're not a part of your group or they're not represented by you. If David was telling him what to do and he comes and visits them here and he's in DC with them and stuff, give me a break. He is representing you guys. He only knows. He only knows we're even here because you all are sending people after us and telling. See, here's the thing. They are people, like they're live streamers and stuff. They're giving out false information and they're making things look in ways that they're not. And so then their people think that this is really happening on a live stream. That's kind of what's happening. Quite often. But now we got somebody coming after us, so.
You guys are good right here.
Hey, Max.
Who knows where they're gonna go.
Did he actually leave? Do we know if he left or anything like that? I'm just trying to get as much information. I mean, like, I'm just, okay, so I'm like not putting this in your face.
You guys want a water?
Are you on water?
Yeah, I'll actually, yes, please.
So what happened? He just, because all we know is he came in our camp, and then we heard that he.
What are we doing? Let's go get this motherfucker.
No, hold on. Slow down.
All right. I was just kidding, man. I was just joking. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, oh, he scared me too. I'm like, what? I'm not going through the woods looking for nobody. My little ass will sit here with the light on. I am a peaceful protester, damn it. I just got a big mouth.
I'm cereals.
I actually met you in Haiti, so I remember. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, we're all friends.
I know, it's like I
Real life, like, we could all get along.
I know. Well, we have.
Yeah, I know.
We have all
Like,
get
I don't
along.
agree with that either, but I have not actually seen
I know.
or stricken
What else did Josh have? He had jeans on, right? He had a book bag.
Did he have jeans on? I don't think so. I think he had shorts.
Yeah,
That
he
seems
usually,
pretty-
usually wears shorts.
I thought he had like a blue stripe shirt or something.
Nobody gotta say that.
He came in so quick.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
Did
attention
he
to his
actually
clothes.
headbutt somebody? Did he? That's what I heard.
Did
You know-
did
you know what else he did,
headbutt
though?
or
'Cause
did he just like you guys tap heads?
Oh no, he came up and he was just like,
Okay, because it wasn't like a huge,
it
like,
wasn't
where-
like a huge one. It was enough though. I was like, yo,
but like
come on.
when I was just following him around, I didn't say anything. But when he left, he started coming back towards Jersey J and like did one. It's not a big thing, but he did the elbow, like your shoulder when you bump up against somebody with your shoulder. You know, that's and then he walked away. So, but you know what? Technically, if he'd have done that to me, it'd have been assault.
Buffman tactic.
Because men won't take, you know how men are kind of like, hey, you know. But you do that to like a
Either of them
woman.
had no reason to be here.
They shouldn't have been
They
in our
don't even know.
camp.
I don't even know
Yeah.
how
We
they-
actually
Because
told
we
them.
stayed away from you
We
all
actually
too.
told them not to
I
come
clicked
down.
on your live
Did
stream and I
it,
heard,
did it.
I just
So,
clicked it on
good.
just
Like we've been up there trying to
and
keep
told them not to come down
exactly,
here.
yes,
I was like,
preparing for anything because we have no clue what you guys are.
Well, yeah, and we just been sitting here and staying in our own little area.
we made hamburgers.
S'mores.
And you guys have that
I
right.
went to Jersey Mike's.
Like,
Plus, we're live streaming.
Yeah. Well, I just
at
got
least
off.
you guys get reception down here.
I know,
Like,
dude.
we
I
don't
get
get
reception.
reception.
I had to use my backup phone, my Verizon.
They can't get it either.
My AT&T did not work at all. Like,
Yeah, my AT&T stuff.
But yeah, this guy, man. So the police are here. Is that what she said?
They're either on their way or whatnot.
well, they're at the front gate. That's what Max said.
police are
Arguing
already
with-
there?
No. What's his name?
Well,
Arguing with his girlfriend.
and by
Pregnant
and by
girlfriend.
front gate, all the way at the
That gate.
at the entrance.
Yeah, you know where you come through that little gate before you take the left?
There's a bunch of gates.
No, that front. There's only one gate. And then you take that first left to come back to the campground.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That gate right there. That's where it's supposedly they're
So
at.
he's like all the way over there then.
Yep. Yep. But for some reason his wife came right after he supposedly left.
I still need a map of this place. This
Yeah, I
place
know.
is
Dude, it is. It's confusing.
Yeah,
Especially
like
if
I
you-
didn't even know where you
yeah,
guys were.
especially
I
when you
was
come
like, I
home
think
at
I see
night and
campfire
you can't
going
find
on.
your campsite. You're driving around.
I didn't even know
Oh,
where exactly you guys were until he just got
then
me
we
down
caught
here.
Green Goblin.
And even he was
Caught
like,
Green Goblin
I was
over by
like,
the
I know
bathroom
it's
the
down
other day.
here
We were like, oh
yesterday.
shit.
Yeah.
And,
And, like-
2 days
like,
later,
dude,
you
for,
guys
like,
come
see,
and
'cause we
all down
stayed
here,
here.
right? And as we're leaving,
Yeah.
right,
And
we
then
see Mom
when
and
we were
Pop.
leaving,
We're
we saw Mom and
No
Pops,
shit.
and we saw Caroline.
I didn't know you guys.
We were already here, and then
Yeah,
you
we
guys
were here,
came
bro.
here, so we left for like a night, and then we came back.
That's how we found you.
So we
guys.
were already here, dude. And then we were leaving in the morning, and she saw. That's why she went up and apologized to Mom and Pops
It's
for
crazy
keeping her
how
up.
shit happens, right?
Like for real, that is absolutely. And then we started hearing stories about us stalking Mom and Pops and all this, and we're like, no, wait, we really seriously we left because you guys came here.
The biggest issue,
I have no issues with none of you guys.
and I hate to say this, the biggest issue is her. Alright, now she's with you guys, and nobody knows what to make of her. Everybody
they
knows
know us,
you
but-
guys,
yeah.
but Anarchy Princess comes in out of nowhere, already
She's a wild
liking
card.
us.
She's a
You
wild
guys,
card.
like,
But-
for this, like, I'm very emotional right now because I feel this is a very big threat for you guys to come down here and talk about this.
And that's why we took the roads, and I was waving.
I didn't know where you was.
and
I just
Yeah, that's
seen
what I was
Ant
like.
Man
I
come
was
down
like,
this road earlier. You go by
I
Yeah.
did not want you guys to be
I
alarmed.
never, like, especially, I've never really said anything bad about you.
There's
Like,
that,
we
yeah.
have, like,
I
had
have-
issues, and so for you to still come down here
Yep.
and tell me this, like, I
Thank you,
take
guys.
that very, I cannot even begin to talk
Everybody thinks I have a thing for you.
She does have nice legs.
I think I have a thing for everybody. I don't care. I don't usually cry, but this is like, I'm crying because of the history that we have, and you guys are willing to come down here and talk about this.
No
Because
shit.
that's what
I'm
I've
a
been
very peaceful person.
Oh, you don't want me to get you on there? That's
I
cool.
love you guys, even though you kept me up all night.
We are.
No, you're good. I'm over that.
Dude, man, it's
That
called,
was last week.
it's called, we're supposed to be like politicians where we can go out to dinner afterwards. Because like seriously, I will be a counter protester. It's what I do. It's what I am. I'm a protester, dude. And right now I'm protesting this movement. I'm sorry, that's what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, I don't hate the people in this movement. I just want it to end. That's all I want.
Why would you want to end it?
Why? Because seriously, you really seriously want to know why? First of all, I've been fighting for so
Well,
long.
other than that, 'cause I've never seen
but
the
if
guy.
you-
If I seen him, I would have been mad.
Why? Okay, I'll tell you. For me, it really is only that one thing.
He's not there. I'll tell you that. I
That
promise.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For me, let me explain why though. Because for me, it's a stain that it is putting on every movement that's patriotic. And there are movements that want to go forward who can really do some stuff, like the truckers, and they can't. Because this group is right where the government wants them, on that lawn with 20 people keeping all these other movements from moving forward because there's pedophilia. For real. Because like you tell me, but I know, but you tell me what politician will come and help when that one thing could be associated with their
Me and actually want to have a
not one is gonna, because once mainstream media gets a hold of that and this blows up, this is gonna make patriotic movement look so bad. We are trying to shut that shit down. We don't want that on our stain on our name anymore.
Well, the reason I'm here, I'm a patriot. I fight for
I'm a
freedom.
patriot from,
Exactly.
dude, I love this country. That's why I don't hate you all, man.
No, I'm here just to do that.
not
Did
knowing
you see
what
last
I'm
weekend? Let's do something. Let's not sit on
But
the
we don't want
fucking
another
wall.
TPC
Let's
2.0.
No.
That's what I heard that people want to do. It's not.
You know what? Sitting on the lawn is over now. I mean, I don't mean not just the lawn. I mean like caravanning like that. That part's over for us. It's just over.
Come on. Look what I was able to do in one night. There's ways of going about it.
Well, there's this guy on my chat tonight, Bill Jack or something. He said that next week he wants to get
and we're
his
not
phone.
going to allow that.
I don't know who this guy is, but he said he has a connection, so
Like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like,
he might be fake, I don't know.
Connection to what?
that's the,
To me talking to you guys or figuring something out.
There's a lot of people have
sentence come out of your mouth.
Yeah. So I told next weekend my daughter has driver's ed behind the wheel, so I cannot be here. But the weekend after I'll be back.
Well, if everyone goes home, we might go back to Tennessee.
Nobody's ever going back home. Nobody's going back home. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
they are.
that. I'll go back home tomorrow.
Because I ain't going back home until everybody else goes back home.
Dude,
It's just a battle of the wills here, dude. It really is. I don't mean to be mean. It just is. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. I sat outside my house for over a year every day in the cold and I don't do pedophile. Man, that's the big sticking point, doesn't it?
You know, I'm a good guy.
To do what?
I don't have no.
Nothing but helping
If you guys, if you guys really think that
No,
there's,
see,
hey,
that's-
if you guys really think that there's someone here with a gun that's gonna harm you,
Well, he may.
someone standing around talking is not the best.
Well, the cops
way.
are coming. The cops are coming.
I know, but if you think there's an active threat and there's someone walking around with a gun,
Well, right now we
Walking
actually
around
have,
and-
They're at the
we
front
have
gate.
eyes and knowledge of where he is.
Yep.
And he's
He
over
was
there
just
at the front
seen
gate.
not too long ago.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Then why is everyone worried if it's all everyone's taking care of it?
Well, because when we came down here, it wasn't that. It was more serious.
Yeah, Matt, you got that.
Ant doesn't want us having conversations.
No.
He's kind of like Santa Claus.
He's the leader, huh?
Well, the only thing is, like, we're all suicide squad, so it's just like we don't fucking comply with anybody. We don't comply with ourselves. We all
Most
do our own
patriots
thing.
don't like to be told what to do. For real.
That's my right.
It's true. I don't.
Jay's fired up.
Yeah, I know.
This is the time when I gotta calm down now.
Where's Squirrel? in the tent.
Knocked out. I need to go to bed.
Go to bed, you don't gotta worry about us.
I ain't worried about you guys.
We don't fuck with you guys. We weren't planning on fucking with you guys. The only thing we
My live stream was like, oh,
when you guys do
couple
the
man's go to
when you
bed.
guys do the Pledge of Allegiance tomorrow, we were planning on yelling it so you guys could hear us.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I love the Pledge of Allegiance, dude.
Hey, you know, I respect that.
That was our big master plan.
I respect that.
Alright guys, I'm going to bed. I gotta go to bed.
Yep. Have a good one. Thank you for coming down.
I was just waiting on him.
Yep. All right.
I can't guarantee this is gonna happen again anytime soon. Come in peace. I'm very welcome to it. No, actually I don't. I respond to them for a reason. Because in the end, we have the restoration of morality. Eating right here, is that just or actually, it might just be the way your lip is formed. No, you're good. Yeah, it's shadow playing.
I really do want you to pray. I really believe that there's some sort of spiritual balance here, okay? Good and real. And I want you to pray about this decision that you have very strongly. Because I think you have a heart. I think you have a really good heart. I see that. You have a very good heart. You believe that you're going to be passionate. This is strong. I believe you. It's a good heart. You have a good voice. You can be a really big asset. And I think you're really somebody. Just me. I'm saying this because I think you could be really spiritual. Okay? And I really believe, as much as you can, I also believe that this is. So I just want you to pray about it. I'm just asking you to pray and to see. I know. Please just pray more and just make sure that this is really, really, really where God wants you. That's all. I'm not even saying it. Just please, I'm just asking you to do it. That's all I'm asking you to do. That's all up to you after that. Okay?
You're just gonna hear my answers on my stream because
That's fine. I'm too busy with mine now to listen to too many people. But I used to from Texas and I was watching it all. See, those damn scooters about giving heart attacks. Let's go back in. We gotta start cleaning up and shit. Cleaning up the food, maybe.
That's why I come up on the weekends. I do believe in government is messed up.
Just clean up here.
I thank you more than I can possibly express.
Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Make sure.
Yeah, I know. I think, you got the front gate quite with his girlfriend and his pregnant wife. Right? I watch the show sometimes.
I know, I can tell.
I learned.
Out here, so I know.
But no, I'm not.
I know he's around here, but I'm not worried about it.
No, I'm not that person. Yeah. I'm not even investigating. I just want to see you talking crap about me.
But I don't really care about it. I'm like, using a little weird on the scooter. I've never seen him like they will follow me around. They lay eyes on me. You know,
That last week, yeah, I know. That's all right.
I mean, it was fine. Riding was good.
I was
I
just
didn't
riding
feel
my
threatened or anything.
I was like, why she yelling at me? I didn't
And
know.
you may have not even realized, like, the situation. Like, literally, as soon as they realize I'm there, all of a sudden, fucking, they all patrol it. You know, everybody comes on the street.
No, I wasn't trying to do that. I have a 15-year-old daughter. She don't like coming to this house. She's a teenager, so she stays at home.
Sure, I wouldn't want to be living with that.
Exactly. Like she came like a couple weeks ago, like I just Sunday. Yeah. She's about to start school, so it'll be harder for me to come up here all the time. I can't keep leaving her. You know, I gotta see her at least on the weekends. We live in Outer Banks, North Carolina. Oh yeah. Yeah. On a nice day like this morning, it took me 3.5 hours from here to DC. Well, we left at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's
But last weekend, I left late because I had to work Friday. So it took 6 hours, and then on the way home,
Let's see how this goes from here, huh?
20 minutes away, I'm like, oh.
Hopefully people will.
So tomorrow night I'll probably leave later because leaving during the day sucks. Early in the morning or late at night.
I wish David would come to his son so he know that it's over and end it before he is responsible for someone really seriously getting hurt. It makes you wonder, what is David's end goal? How does he see this ending? Because it is not going to end well. I'm telling you that right now. We see this. Look how it's going right now. You think it's going to end better?
We're creeping around, and they were keeping an eye on them, and they wanted us to know that they had nothing to do with us. That they had nothing, that if they came back over here and messed with us, it had nothing to do with them.
Yep.
And why? You can show her on the screen, basically. Really?
Of course, yeah.
We've totally tried to get
See that red shirt?
Rogue way.
Right there.
But, you know, tonight it was just, let's just make sure this fucking idiot with the gun doesn't
Funny
kill
that was,
somebody.
you know.
Alright, because that's not what we're fucking trying to
Trying to
do.
have kicked in the woods or whatever. Oh, stupid people.
Chat, are you still alive here?
I wasn't gonna walk back.
You want me to activate night vision?
Hold on. She's
Who's
so
crying? I don't know who's crying. AP was crying a little bit ago.
It's part of what our battle is. So
I almost cried. Well, I did cry when I was talking to Tom.
It was all fun and games, and then it started getting
Well, thanks for the alert. I appreciate it.
bless you guys.
Thank you guys.
No,
Remember, there's people
Who
over
about
there
this?
that care about still, man. Don't forget
No.
it. You know?
Forget it.
Oh.
Exactly.
I know. I'm with my shit right now.
have a good one.
If I see him running, I'm gonna make sure to tackle him.
turn all the, yeah, tackle him like, yeah, I won't say it, but you know. You're a strong guy, Dom. Thank you.
I'll see you later.
No, I'm dealing with fucking crazy.
Check my phone. I can't believe this is really, they took, oh my god, my battery's dying. I need to get a charger.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm sorry, my battery is dying, so.
I don't know how much people they actually know what really happened. You just never know. The bugs. Well, I actually haven't been too bad. I got bug spray. For what channel? No, the mosquitoes aren't bugging me at all. I'm eating some chips and dip though.
I can't eat steak right now because I'm planning things without.
That's plate.
Really big deal that
Well, no, the skeeters aren't bad at all.
just like
The little bugs running around
you know, very, very serious threat.
and the light, that's the only thing that gets to you.
But also very, very big of them.
It has been an interesting night. Always drama. Drama, drama, drama. Oh, drama. Get it back over there. Well, so much drama. I mean, if somebody's gonna come in and shoot us, they're gonna come in and shoot us. I'm not real scared. The Zello. Oh, no, I didn't.
How you doing?
I'm not very good at Zello.
I'll have to answer this. I think this might be the case. So, are you still live?
I'm good, yeah. You're still up. Sorry.
Hello.
I put away the burgers and hot dogs just so they wouldn't attract any critters.
Yeah, which is good. I do appreciate that.
No. When I sleep, I'll be scared. No, I'll be sleeping.
For the people that to come tell me this, I have a very big sad history with them. So for them to be doing
When I decide to go to sleep, I will crash. I said, when I decide to go to sleep, I'm going to crash. I'm not going to be tired or, scared or...
Oh, no, you guys can go to sleep right now. I'm not going
No, somebody asked me on my chat if I was going to be scared to sleep.
I'll be up making sure everything's straight here. I'm not gonna let anything happen to nobody.
Okay, I'll get it later. Zell, I'm supposed to... Hey, wait. You just picked up my water, dude.
So,
We have a Zello channel?
understand, like, a little bit
Somebody told me to check for my pee and squirrel.
I'm not on any of those things. I don't do the Zello.
I tried them when we were at the People's Convoy.
like a protest group and a counter protest group, okay? So
I try not to stress out too much.
Rel, and also the other person, Josh, who's with me, I need you to be
What
like,
are you doing over there now?
I'm dropping.
Can't bring you anywhere, Lori.
I know.
I'm aware of this.
We were over by the bathrooms, and I dropped my bat, and it went dong, 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 dong. I beat AP's like on the floor.
Way to give away the spot.
I am.
Sorry, AP.
I'm like, yeah, don't take me in the woods, you know.
I think
Guys,
she's
there's
on the phone
flashlights
with the
over there,
cops.
just be aware.
Oh,
You hear me? There's flashlights over there,
I didn't hear what she said.
There's a flashlight over there.
I don't see anything. I didn't see a flashlight. Here's my flashlight. Oh, there's somebody with a flashlight. That's what it is. She was thinking. Sweet dreams. Have a good night. Yeah, it's just a bunch of drama.
Well, the only reason they didn't call the cops because they were threatening.
And as long as we're here, they're busy with us. They're not even doing anything. Start over, kick Santa out. Oh, what time is it? I'm sorry. My friggin' phone doesn't tell me unless I get off there for a second. It's 3:16 in the morning. We've been staying up so late. With our counter protesting and stuff, we've been staying up really, really late.
Oh, I know.
A lot of times getting to sleep at like 4:30, 5 in the morning. And I was gonna go, possibly not stay the night tonight. It's getting pretty late. Tom asked me, well, who is it that broke you? And it was my family. It was my dad. My dad broke me. He tried to molest me. And then he spent, after I finally revealed what he did, he spent the next years calling me a liar. My family supporting him, even when they knew that it was true. And I tried to kill myself. And I got so depressed and stuff, and I had to finally just get rid of my family. I don't speak to my family anymore. He finally admitted that he must have done it, but you know,
No, don't everyone call the cops at all. Do not
he's still very angry,
Nobody
trying to
call the fucking cops.
not let people know what he did and hide it. And you know, once you do something like that, you don't get to just pretend like it's okay. And he says, well, I wasn't living with God when I did that. And people can change, and I'm different now. And, well, that's true, that people can change. Once you show that you are willing to try and molest your own child, then you're not just going to change. And here's my big thing. He says, well, I've changed and I'm with God now, and I was just living for myself at the time when I did that. And I'm a different person. So what happens when you're not with God anymore? What happens if you once again decide that that's not what, you know, the way you want to live again, and you rebel against God or whatever? What happens? Are you going to go back to that again? I mean, you know, you're not going to be able to control yourself anymore? It's legitimate questions. He's getting older. My father's getting older. He already had, you know, kind of very bad memory problems and stuff. So what happens when I've got two nieces, teenage nieces? What happens when he starts getting dementia, or he has a stroke or something, and he's not able to control himself or to control his thought patterns. What's going to happen? Is he going to molest somebody? He has proven that he would do it when he's in his right mind.
Right. So if someone pulled him over because
So,
you know,
and then my uncle recently told me that, got in contact with me again, which is, she enjoyed bouncing me on his knee because it massaged my private parts and stuff. And there's just been so many pedophiles in my family history. It's sick. It's a sickness. And you can't pray it away, and it can be controlled possibly, but once you've proven that you're willing to cross boundaries with children and stuff like that, there's just no turning back from that. I actually got a job when I was 18, modeling lingerie at bars, because I was gonna go, and I found out that my uncle and my dad wanted to come watch me model lingerie at the bar. And I just remember that was so weird, and it was so embarrassing, and so made me feel so dirty that I didn't even want to do it. Yeah. Now, but it really, that stuff is, the whole thing with my dad especially, it was just something that, every girl, I was daddy's princess, and so every little, my dad was like Superman to me. I loved him very much, and it was really hard to get over that need of love from your father and have him so angry at me because I had told people about what he tried to do. And he was so angry at me, just accusing me of being vindictive and all that. Yeah. Family, we split up with my mom, but she was a very jealous wife. And my dad made me the center of his world instead of my mom. Yeah, and so my mom was very jealous. And she couldn't outright yell, she didn't yell and stuff, but she would make sure that she degraded me and treated me badly and made me feel bad all the time. I didn't get hugs or anything. She was just, you could always tell that she had a chip on her shoulder. My mom growing up, because she was so abusive, but once I got older and in my 20s and I started talking to my mom, and she did apologize for the mean things she did, but it was just one of those things where she still gave excuses for stuff. And I realized my mom was so abused that I will give my parents credit. They came from really, really, really poor white trash. And they both had circumstances that were really bad. And yet they were still able to make a middle-class family. They pulled themselves up. They worked hard. They tried to they put us in private schools. So I can't say, I'm going to go over here. I can't say that my parents were all bad or anything. And I give them credit where credit is due. And I appreciate that, because my life was not as hard as theirs, as far as I had my needs met. Put it this way. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. I had my needs met all the time. As far as I had clothes. I had I had clothes. I always had food. I went to private school, but I lived a very cultish life after I turned 13. I'm trying to find my thing here, but things kind of changed for me, and my world became different, and I got put into a Christian school, and we went to the same church there, and they literally controlled our lives and the way my family dynamics were and everything. It just was really bad, and they controlled every aspect of my life, and I was glad to get out of that. And it affected, and again, that affected me too. All that stuff affected my life so much. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, I'm just gonna close the door. There we go. See if we can get away with this. Here we are. So I am very aware of how easily people can get caught up in religious movements and think that what they're doing is the godly thing to do, the right thing to do. But in all honesty, it's not. They're just doing what they want to do. It's easy for people to think that what they think is right is godly. So if something good happens, it's God. If it's bad, it's the devil and stuff. When honestly, a lot of times it's just people. People make decisions. They justify what they want to justify. I think we all do it to an extent. And I can let people get away with just about a lot of stuff, because I don't care what people do. But pedophilia is one of those things. Abusing a child. I have nothing for them. I have nothing. Nothing. No second chances. I say you lose it all. You lose your whole package. You lose your hands. You lose your tongue. Whatever we got to take that you could use to harm a child, we take from you. And then if you still want to live in society, go ahead. Either that or you can choose to die. There you go. There's your options. I'm just sick of it. Because it takes shit away from people. I've talked to so many women. I started being open about my own abuse and stuff. And I just started putting my story out, honestly, because the church was letting my dad go in. And I was like, no, you can't do that. And I started speaking out about my abuse. And I thought, screw it. I'm going to be honest and tell everybody what happened. And I started writing stuff on Facebook about it. And before I knew it, I had people coming saying, that's horrible. I've experienced abuse too. And I've had people share so many stories, men and women. I've hugged men, older grown men, on my street, and cried because of their stories of abuse. It's unacceptable. It robs people of things. It robs them. It robs their families. It robs their lives. I've seen it. I have friends who have been abused by step-parents, by, uncles, parents. It's a really bad cycle. And I find that because it's a distasteful thing, people don't want to really, let's be positive, let's this. And I'm sorry, but that's what allows it to keep going on, are people who excuse it and act like it's okay. I'm going to turn my car on so I can get the air conditioning. It's kind of hot in here. You might get a little air on here. People excuse it and people are silent. That's why I'm here fighting, because it's the people who are silent that allow pedophilia to continue and allow children to continue to be harmed. Those are the people who actually are responsible for it. They share in that responsibility because their silence allows it to continue. And like all those people there that say, well, I don't really know, and this and that, you know enough that you should look into it. Look into it. Look them up on Google. Check it all out. If it's your responsibility. You can't support a movement and not do your due diligence when it's been thrown in your face. We keep telling you and we keep telling you that it's true. You can't keep denying it and you haven't even done the work to go look it up. Go look it up. Marcus Coppock, Coppock. Frank Ledford. these people have criminal records. You can see it. It's black and white. Nobody has shown any proof yet that it's not true. Any evidence other than hearsay. So, why are they being allowed to live with children? And they don't have to be here right this second. They have been here. We all know it. We've all seen it. They've been here. David has made it very clear that they're allowed here. Frank Ledford has made a video about returning. And that's why I say it's over. Like, this stain is on the movement. And it's not only that, like, saving a kid right now, but this is really a stain. I mean, like, you couldn't have planned this better to take down every friggin' patriot movement than to have pedophilia stuck with 20 old people sitting on the friggin' lawn doing nothing. That's exactly where they want it to go. They want them on that lawn doing nothing. Oh yeah, they're liars. People who abuse others. It's really funny because my dad also got very upset when they let there was a man at their church that admitted that he had molested a child, and he asked for forgiveness, and they allowed him back in the church. You know, and he had to tell everybody what he did. Now, right or wrong, I'm not saying. But I know that my father, I heard, threw a huge hissy fit and stopped going to the church, at least for a while, because he was very upset that they would dare to let a sex offender, a child molester, into the church. So he fought against that, and yet he himself tried to molest his own daughter. It's sickening. The funny thing is, I wonder how much money these, 1776 will make off this, because they'll make it look like we did something and caused all this, and now this guy's not with them, and now they're the victims because he's going to go after them, and this has just become... It's a madness that needs to end. It's a madness that needs to end. And I'm in it for the long run. See, I'm used to be one of these people. And the way that they approach and the way that I approached all that, I'm going to stick it to the government. Guess what? I'm going to stick it to 1776. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm here to the end. I'm not leaving. This is my sit-in. I was supposed to come down with, the People's Convoy. I was supposed to come down with possibly, before David took over. And you know what? If there'd been something meaningful and something that could have made some kind of a change or something, I might have come down and helped. But that kind of me, that's what I'm bringing here. This is this is the hill I die on right now. This is my hill. I'm dying on this hill right now. This is my hill to die on. That means I'm in it to win it. This is how legends are made. I'm in it to win it, man, and I don't give up. I'm a little pit bull bunny, because let me tell you what. You come at me, I don't engage people. I am a very nice person. I do not engage. Because once I'm engaged in something, I'm going to win. I'm going to stay, and I'm going to win. It doesn't mean I'm going to do bad stuff necessarily. I'm not going to be violent. But by God, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to counter-protest you, and I'm going to drive you nuts. I'm going to be every day. I'm going to be some way. I'm going to counter you. And I'm going to be online everywhere you go. I'm going to be telling people that you guys have pedophiles living with kids in a parking lot. I'm going to tell them in D.C. I'm going to tell them in Virginia. I'm going to tell them in West Virginia. I'm going to tell them online. I'm going to tell them in every patriot group I'm in. I already have. I'm going to be calling politicians. I'm going to be getting a hold of my politicians. I'm going to, every time I hear you guys in one of your chats, I hear people say, you guys should contact so-and-so. Do you know what I do? I contact so-and-so. And I tell them, guess what? This group wants to contact you. And they have pedophiles living with children. Please don't be involved with them. I just want to save you, the hassle of having that pedophilia thing attached to your name. I do that. When I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene use Stephen's megaphone, I immediately got on there and contacted her to let her know, don't, because they wanted her to come help them. I'm like, you guys are going to take down Marjorie Taylor Greene. Take down Marjorie Taylor Greene, for God's sakes. We don't have that many good ones. The landowners of Bunker Hill. You know what? I don't know if anybody has actually contacted them. I haven't personally. I can't imagine that nobody has. If we could get, if I could get the number, I suppose we could. I know I've called the sheriff a couple times. They don't care down there anymore. My buddy called and they didn't even call him back. I know lots of people called. They probably just thought it was all trolling or something, but it's not. Well, I will say out of all this tonight, at least it was nice to have Dom come down, and I did get to, talk to him a little bit. Hopefully diffuse a little of the bad feelings between us. He is a good-hearted soul. He is a good-hearted guy. I do believe that he has the potential, because of his good heart, to do good things and big things. Oh, they don't care? I'm sure I figured they would. What kind of food are you getting? Oh, I've been eating a lot of pizza. Like slices of pizza here, slice of pizza there. Kind of like a game. I know this seems like it's like people are just being stupid and stuff, but there is a purpose to everything. And honestly, this is like, the counter protesting. It's what you got to do sometimes. It's a game, but it's a serious game, and I like to have fun, but I know I don't get scared easy, but somebody is going to seriously get injured or something. AP takes things a lot more serious than I do, and God bless her. I don't believe in God, but still, she thinks they don't take it serious, and I do. I guess for me, I'm just not that. I don't really care. I'm not real super, if you're going to hurt me, you're going to hurt me. I'm not going to sit and be scared or anything. That's just how I am. Are you going to take vitamins? When we were at, me, I haven't been getting as much sleep as I'd like to, for sure. What time is it? It's like 3 something. I sleep in. I drink a lot of coffee in the morning. And I'm not used to that either. I'm used to going to bed at the very latest, maybe 1. At Target. I wonder if they caught this guy or not. I probably should go check. I just had to get my phone charged up. And it's cooler in here. It's still kind of sweaty out. Yeah, I love coffee. And you know what really makes me mad is I love Starbucks coffee. I love their mocha caramels. I usually like a mocha. I like milk and stuff, so I'm not real big on all the different coffees, but I get a cafe mocha or something with the shots of caramel. Problem is that freaking Starbucks, they went so over the board with, like, they were anti-cop there for a while, the whole anti-Trump stuff. So I just kind of got really turned off to the Starbucks. And they just went, I hate it when businesses go into social issues. It's like, just sell me the product. But dude, like, all I want is your product at a good price, and, you know, do a good job. I don't want to hear about your politics. I don't want to hear right, left, any of that stuff. I just want a good chicken sandwich. I just want you to sell me good product. I want a nice dress, you know, whatever it is. It gets aggravating after a while. I know the white caramel mocha, that sounds good. I just love chocolate and I love caramel, and they are a good mix. But it's irritating because I can't go there anymore because I really, really like their coffees. It was funny because my girlfriend, when I was in Florida, she loves every day we had to go there. She would go there. And I'm like, I'm not going. Well, I was with them one day on the way to the beach. And, like, she really wanted her Starbucks, and we were in the back seat. I said, okay, but I had to put my MAGA hat on so I could go through the drive-thru. That was the only way I could go through, is if I went through in my MAGA hat. It's kind of funny. I think I just got bit by a bug again. My arm is starting to itch. All right, let's go see what everybody else is doing. Yeah, it's been cool having the right and the left here together, like having Anarchy Princess with us. And there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are, you know, like, helping us out. So even if it's just with information or whatever, and it's been a neat experience, because that's something that I wished all along, is that even though I don't know that we could all kind of come together where we can and make some kind of change together, whatever it is, even if it's not all the change we want, some change we want. I thought that would be kind of cool. Right and the left come together. It's been cool getting to know Jersey J too. I never really got to know him at all over at the People's Convoy. And then he stayed with the American Freedom Convoy. So I never really I met him a little bit, but I didn't really get to know him at all. I was hanging with Alex mostly. But Jersey's, like I said, I didn't really know him then, but he seems so much more focused now. A little calmer. I hate to use the word spazzy, but I even told him that, you know, it's just like he's calmed down quite a bit. As far as, like, just being able to be slowed down. There we go. Slowed down a little bit. I always have to make myself slow down too, and focus himself a little more. And I think it's been effective. Yeah, compromising. I figure if everybody is a little happy and everybody's a little upset, it's probably a good compromise. Nobody totally gets their way. That's how you get together, because you can't have anybody getting just their way all the time. Honestly, if we compromised a lot, I think if we all talked to each other and got to know each other more, that it makes it harder to be mean to each other. I don't know. It is hard to be mean to somebody that you like, or that you know pretty well, or you've met their kids and this and that. You know what I mean? Like, it would be hard to be mean to somebody like that. Right? It's harder anyway. I don't mind compromising some of the time. It just depends on what it is. Some things you just can't compromise. Like, I won't compromise on this. To me, this is the time for compromise is over. I tried to compromise. I tried to speak. David still won't even sit and speak. He won't even really speak to me. and just ignores me. You can keep ignoring me. I will just get louder and louder and louder. Because I have something to say, and I'm tired of being freaking ignored. Tired of David ignoring it. I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, or if it's because I'm irrelevant, but this irrelevant woman has something to say. And I'm tired of being ignored. Sit down and don't run away. Sit down and have a civil conversation with me, David. I'm calling you to have a civil conversation with me. It could be alone with me. I don't care. But what you are doing is wrong. You know it's wrong. Or at least I'd like to tell you why I think it's wrong. And I'd like for us to be able to talk. And how you can explain to me how you can do this. Because it's, to me, that's... David is Santa. Yeah, David is Santa. But, okay, so as long as Big D and Hippie Mama and David are there, there'll be no compromising. Yeah, that's a tough one for me too, because like I get along with Big D and Hippie Mama. I like them. I like Hippie Mama. I did. I still do, man. Like it's such a hard thing. But I even tried to stop Big D from getting in trouble the other night, you know? Like I tried to calm him down. Gave him a hug. I'm like, please, I don't want to see you go to jail. I'm not going to stop none of the counter protesting. They got a right to protest the way they want and to call you out for this or that. But dude, I'm telling you, I don't want to see you. You know, I still do care about you. I didn't want it to be him, but he is going to get himself in trouble because he goes drinking and then he does shit. When he gets violent, he did. He ran at us. I mean, he was like threatening them. He's not the same. People aren't the same. A lot of times people aren't the same when they start drinking and stuff. And if you know you're in a volatile situation, you don't go out getting your ass drunk. It's just what you don't do. And David is just, in my opinion, I think at this point, either he knows he's wrong and he's just... his ego is too big for him to actually apologize and say he's wrong and give up this stuff. Or he's convinced himself that he really is right. I don't know how he would do it, but he may have done that, convinced himself. I'd like to find out which, because he needs to understand. He needs to look in my eyes and without yelling or anything, hear me. I mean, I drove 2 days and I spent my own money to come down. I don't have that money to tell you it's over. I literally won't go anywhere until this is over. Yeah, he's getting more and more money, and and a lot of these people, they really believe that they're doing something and they're saving their country and all this. And that's what I was trying to tell Dom. Dude, do that, but not with this. This is not like the People's Convoy is over. The time for convoying around and screaming freedom, it's over. It's just foolishness now. It got destroyed. It's over. This is actually harming the cause. It's time to step down and let other groups come up and do something. Like Trump, yeah, it's over. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just like the whole Trump thing. You know what? After the whole election shit and after all that stuff was over, I stopped with the Trump stuff. I was all into the Trump trains and all this, right? I finally just was like, you know what? I never was one of those that was like, Trump was going to save us. I'm not into one person saving anybody. I was always saying, save your damn selves. But I was like, okay, this part is up to him to figure out and let other people figure it out. It's over for me. I'm going back to now, he's not in my picture anymore. I don't watch rallies and stuff, barely. Every once in a while I might catch a little this or that because I don't care anymore, in a way. Like, to me, I can't do anything about that shit. What I can do about is going to my city council meetings. I can go to school board meetings. I can do something else, you know. I can get involved on a local level. I can do things like this. I can counter protest stuff. You could go to do all kinds of things. The time for living in DC and as some form of protest is over. It just is. There's more productive things to do, actually. A lot more productive. And I'm tired of being here too. I'm tired of going against these people who I don't even dislike, you know. And I actually agree with some of the stuff that they're doing. I hate going against them, but I have to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. David knew more than he's letting on. I don't think he has not been very honest. I don't think he has been at all. Hi, Granny Sue. Then you got like these people like the Cookie Express. I've seen him in a whole different light. And he really does. He goes back behind the scenes and he uses situations like this and other situations and he lies or he misconstrues it, you know, a little bit of truth, but then he gets it because every time stuff happens and he gets people worked up, he gets more money. They start saying, oh, thank you for the money, thank you for money. I've watched it and it's like he'll sit and just mock us and stuff and use us because what it does is it gets him, not 1776, it gets Cookie Man money. Now, if you want to give Cookie Man money, that's fine. But know that he makes his own. He makes this stuff happen. And he tries to get people on his side riled up with half-truths and stuff like that. And painting us all as the left and Antifa and all this shit. He does it. And I'm, you know, when AP first started telling me her story, I was like, whoa. I mean, like, it's one of those things where, wow, you know, I got to think about that for a second. Because you're talking about people that, like, it's hard to believe sometimes. But then I'm like, dude, like, I'm seeing it. I believed you, but now I'm really, really believing you. Like, I see how the cookie is crumbling and how, if you want to know how a man is going to treat you, look at how he treats women he doesn't like. If you got a man and you're walking on his arm and he's yelling and screaming and calling a woman a whore and a bitch and doing bad stuff to another woman, know that when he's mad at you, he gonna treat you that way too, girl. So I wouldn't be with a man who treated women the way that the cookie does. And so, you know, and I'm not. I expect better. I know my worth. I mean, I may not be the best thing in town, but I know my friggin' worth. I'm worth more than that, and I refuse to accept less. I want a man who treats me like a precious thing to him. You know, a man who loves me and cares about me and thinks that I'm wonderful. You know? And I know I deserve that. And I do not want a man who thinks it's all right to sit and call women names and all that. And if he'll do that, if he will literally do that to women, like, he almost ran me over with a scooter and stuff, and I've seen him do all kinds of stuff. And, you know, if you'll do that, with all this shit around,